Are you Team Godzilla or Team Kong? Let's get into it. Hey, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone is doing well out there. And today we're going to talk about a brand new film just got released today, and that film is Godzilla vs. Kong. This movie had a budget between $175 million and $200 million. Adam Wingard directed this film, and I like Adam Wingard as a director a lot. He did a little horror film called You're Next that came back out in 2011, and a pretty cool action thriller called The Guest. And then he did the new Blair Witch Project back in 2016, and he did Death Note for Netflix in 2017, and now we have Godzilla vs. King Kong. Now obviously this was pushed back because of the pandemic last year, and it finally got released today in theaters and on HBO Max, and I sat down and watched it in the comfort of my own home, although I would have rather have seen it on an IMAX screen, but it is what it is. Now this journey started in 2014 with the remake of Godzilla, which I do like that film. It was played pretty serious, but again, with a lot of these films, the problem is the human characters are not all that interesting. We're here for the monsters, and it's really no different in this film. We'll talk about that. Then in 2017, we got Kong Skull Island, which I enjoyed that film as well. And then in 2019, we got Godzilla King of the Monsters, which I did enjoy that film for the design of the monsters and the fights. I thought it was beautifully shot. But again, the human characters dragged it down. As a matter of fact, I think the film that had the best human characters, or at least the best human story out of all the films, was Kong Skull Island, but that's just my opinion. Now, in this movie, we have Millie Bobby Brown back from King of the Monsters, and she plays Madison. Rebecca Hall's in this film as a brand new character. She plays this, they call her the Kong Whisperer, and she has this little girl with her that knows sign language. Now, the little girl is really the heart of this movie with Kong, the way they interact together with using sign language to talk. I like that aspect of the film in the human story. So, that was one of the bright spots on the human side of things. Now, Alexander Skarsgard is in this film as Nathan. He's another scientist that gets dragged into this. And Brian Tyree Henry plays Bernie. He has this conspiracy theory podcast, and he gets taken on this adventure with Madison, Millie Bobby Brown's character, and this other kid. And they find themselves in trouble at the end. And then Kyle Chandler is back as Mark from King of the Monsters. And honestly, he doesn't have a whole lot to do. He pops up with Monarch here and there, but he doesn't have a whole lot to do in this film, not like the previous film. And this is actually his second time being on screen with Kong, because he was in, obviously, Peter Jackson's King Kong back when Peter Jackson made that film. Now, this film, again, this is no different than King of the Monsters. The human story is not the greatest. As a matter of fact, I think there's way too many human characters in this film. I know I'm not the only one saying that. I've seen some other reviews. But there's a lot of human characters in this film, and honestly, we're here to see monsters fight. That's the only reason we're here, honestly. We don't really care about the humans, but they have to have a connecting story, so the humans are in there to try to make some sense of what the hell is going on. Now, this scenario is batshit crazy to begin with, and Adam Wingard pretty much goes for it. He doesn't beat around the bush. He knows it's insane, and he just has fun with it. The pace moves pretty quick. Matter of fact, this is the shortest film out of all the monster films that they've created out of these 4 films. It comes in an hour and 53 minutes long. Actually, it's with credits, because without credits, it's like an hour and 48, hour and 47. So that was a good thing, that they shortened the length a little bit, because I think some of the other films were a little too long. There's not enough there to keep it going that long. And again, the plot, do we really need one? We just want to see Godzilla and Kong fight. But there is a plot with the humans trying to figure the Hollow Earth theory, to go into Hollow Earth looking for, well, some people have nefarious reasons to go in, because this businessman played by Damian Brashear, whose daughter goes into Hollow Earth with them. They follow Kong into Hollow Earth to get this energy source to power up what he created as Mega Godzilla. And I know they kind of hinted that in the trailer, so it wasn't really much of a surprise when it showed up. And they also used Ghidorah's, the brain's not left. I don't know how the science of that works, but they have these wires going into the skull, and it's feeding Mechagodzilla the energy, and it then takes it over at the end to fight Godzilla and Kong. And I'm like, how the hell does that work? I know Ghidorah, they said, was like from an alien planet, so maybe that explains it. They don't really go into it that much. Who cares? But it doesn't make a whole lot of sense in the grand scheme of things. people get into trouble, humans do dumb things, and basically the monsters battle. And we get 3 battles with Kong and Godzilla, and at the end they team up to fight Mega Godzilla. Now the first fight in the ocean, they're taking Kong to Antarctica, the gateway to go down to Hollow Earth, and there's a really cool shot on an aircraft carrier with Kong on one side of it and Godzilla on the other. And the shot only lasts maybe a few seconds before they start beating the shit out of each other, but it's an awesome shot. I gotta give Adam Wingard credit for how ludicrous the story is, and the human story is not the most interesting. Again, it's just the way it is with these films. The human story is never as interesting. The fight scenes are well done, well choreographed, well shot. It's a beautifully shot film, and the fights are knockout, drag out, pretty much bar brawl type of fights. They don't pull any punches, and I like the camera work. I mean, this is Adam Wingard's biggest budgeted film, and he does nicely with it, and all the money's on screen, and the effects are well done. We all know it's all CGI, these fights, but they do look it looks almost photoreal. It looks really well done, and you could tell there was a lot of care taken with the CGI effects. Overall, I had a good time. I had a shit-eating grin on my face the whole time as the monsters were fighting. The human characters, I didn't find them annoying. I just thought there was too many of them, and there was definitely some of them that could have been cut out, and you would not have missed them at all from the story. And I don't know why they felt the need to populate the film with so many characters, and some of them are just needless. They're there, like Eliza Gonzalez is in this film as Damien Bashir's daughter, and her whole role, besides just going into Hollow Earth for this one specific thing, she could have been cut out. She really didn't need to even be there. I don't know why they populate it with so many characters in there. Try to give screen time. And even like Millie Bobby Brown and Brian Tyler Henry, when they go on their little side mission, I mean, the movie stops dead just to focus on them. And I don't mind their characters. I don't mind their interactions. It's just, I felt like we spent too much time cutting away from our main story, the main reason we're watching this film. But overall, yes, you can nitpick the shit out of this film. But at the end of the day, I had a good time watching it. The fights are spectacular. The monster design looks great. And you can tell the money is on screen. They spent the money wisely. I was thoroughly satisfied with this film. I had a good time. I wasn't expecting, the Shawshank Redemption here. I was expecting to see 2 of my favorite monsters battle out on screen. And I got what I wanted. So at the end of the day, I would give this 7.5 out of 10. Just on the fun factor. Yes, the story is a little nonsensical, and there's too many characters, and there's too much time spent with those characters. But at the end of the day, I had a kick-ass time with it. 7.5 out of 10 for Godzilla vs. Kong. Have you seen this yet? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, share this video. I greatly would appreciate that. I'll be back next week with my Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4 reviews. Until then, I hope everyone's doing well out there, and I'll say bye.